Additional Solicitor General Raju.
But what about the others? I'm not holding them responsible directly, that's for the prosecutors, but there are images of several other people, so-called activists, Yogendra Yadav. Can I have that picture there? You know, I'm not saying that they were not having more than a cup of tea, but they are seen there with Sarjeel Imam, with Omar Khalid. What will ever be known about the known of so-called political activists and political parties?
You know, at some stage, it's the same actors, whether they're in, I mean, for instance, I don't know why these people do it. I mean, obviously, they're on an agenda. They're on an agenda. Nobody can say whether it's a paid agenda or what, but there's an agenda to somehow undermine Indian interests. I mean, it is what you call the Tukde Tukde Gang. Every cause they take up is not to enhance India's sovereignty and its territorial integrity, but it is to somehow undermine it. And it's the same actors, except, as you said, different issues every year. I mean, what the deep state seems to be doing, and Soros is very much part of that deep state, and he's a key figure, is they collect some, articulate, iconic, promote them as iconic figures, whether it's Trudeau in Canada, right, and, now Yunus in Bangladesh, but also lesser characters. Then some at the world stage, Greta Thunberg. What has Greta Thunberg got to do with farmers' protests in India? They're all members of the same ilk, and they're united by external forces. The deep state, basically, Soros' money, right? His foundations are funding most of these people. You've seen that even on the Kashmir issue, there's a Soros-controlled NGO which has Sonia Gandhi as a member. That was exposed a few months ago. So it's political, it's NGO, it's activists, it's international high-profile so-called environmentalists. Sometimes Rihanna comes, sometimes Greta Thunberg comes, and of course we have some of our own Indian stars. I don't even think they know what they're doing. They're probably just being paid to do it. Some of our high-profile Indian, stars.
So in a way, Omar Khalid was the new Yasin Malik. What Yasin Malik in the 1990s and 2000s was, Omar Khalid was in the 2020s. The same political ecosystem also adopted him. But only the geopolitical circumstances, and I'll end with that, are far more explosive now, aren't they, Mahesh? That, there are people who would like to destabilize our country more actively through intelligence players or otherwise.
Yes, it seems that it's reaching crescendo right now, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, they're trying at every stage. This has been going on issue by issue, Rafael, then Adani. These are all deep state activities. It all emanates from there. We found out who's behind Hindenburg as well. Right? Hindenburg himself now is squealing that I was only a research analyst. But there are attempts to destabilize a powerful government in India that doesn't suit foreign powers who are inimical to India.
Absolutely. Well, Mahesh Jethmalani, I think we have to put it in a particular